Hi everybody. Today I am going to talk about the auto sales numbers which came out yesterday. Among that, we have seen that, as we all are aware, that last year's base of May 20 was a month of extensive lockdown in several parts of the country, and because of that, the demand was very weak, and the production at various OEMs facilities were halted, and therefore in May 21 we have seen the auto numbers reporting a very strong growth on YOY basis. Maybe it's like in the range of about 100 to 200 percent, maybe somewhere at 300% at some for some companies as well. So that's not a comparable growth by any means, I would say. Therefore, the growth needs to be compared on last month, that is April 21. And if we compare May 21 with April 21, then we see that the pandemic second wave got extended in the month of May, and it had started by the end of March. It was quite strong in April as well as in May, and that's why the trend of sales in each and every quadrant of the auto sector was quite weak. If you see, for example, passenger vehicles and two wheelers, as well as commercial vehicles for that sake, we have seen a degrowth close to about 40%, 50%, 60%, and that is obviously because of the fear factor that is playing on the minds of customers. Everybody was homebound, and that's why the footfalls in the dealerships were actually very minimum, and that has resulted into this kind of sales performance from most of the companies in the auto sector. And also, companies like Hero Motocorp, they had their operations shut at various plants till May 17th. That is almost half, more than half of the month, and that has resulted in production constraints, supply constraints from their vendors side, etc. So that was the reason why companies have reported a very subdued kind of performance in May. On the other hand, I would say that exports have been quite good. Look at Bajaj Auto. They have reported very strong export numbers. In fact, exports are about contributing about more than 60% of their total sales in this particular month. Then coming to tractors, I would say that this time the COVID wave has penetrated deep into the rural markets, and that's the reason why we are seeing degrowth in the tractor numbers as well. If you compare on April, I mean, we were expecting close to about 30 odd percent decline on a month-on-month basis, but still about 12 to 13% decline we have seen on month-on-month basis. And this decline is lower than any other sector in the auto segment, because the companies have done a lot of inventory piling up at the tractor end. Therefore, the retail demand may be definitely lower than the wholesale demand. That clearer picture will be able to see in June. On the other hand, I would say that definitely, if the second wave is on a decline and things are on improving, some of the tractor makers during their con calls have said that the last few days of May have been quite heartening, and if that trend continues in the month of June, then we can see a much better June as compared to May, and much better Q2 as compared to Q1. So we need to wait and watch, as in, if there is a third wave of the pandemic, then the situation might get worsened. But on the optimistic side, I would say that the worst has gone behind, and definitely we can see a good growth in the remainder FY22, and Q2 will be much better than Q1, and on a YY basis as well. FY22 will be definitely much better than FY21, because of the weaker weaker Q1 of FY21, and definitely some good companies will be emerging out of it, like the market leaders like Hero, Bajaj, Maruti, and M&M. On the CV side, definitely we would see some a good improvement. I mean, it was quite on track till March. The CV numbers were really very good. So maybe that trend can continue from July or August onwards. So watch out for the auto sector. It's a very good opportunity to buy at dips, and build a portfolio of the auto sector with the companies that I have mentioned before. Thank you.